Welcome everyone back to Mr. Dar weather updates. In today's video, I'm going to look at the live radar, look at the UKV, have a look at temperatures for the next 5 days, and the temperatures as well, precipitation as well for the next 5 days as well with UKV model ones. Look at the GFS, ECM, and Meteo for the next couple of weeks. So let's look at the live radar. And nothing really much to say in terms of precipitation, other than obviously some thundery showers likely in the very far southwest. I don't think they get these showers here are going to reach it, but if they do, it could be quite destructive actually. Frequent lightning and a lot of hail as well, possibly. It got some greys, that means there could be some hail in that one, so something to keep an eye on. Otherwise, the rest of England very largely dry, which is perfect for St. Swithin's Day because it arrives as a dry spell, isn't it? If you do have a look at the UK, we have the next 5 days, and precipitation ones, you can see we've definitely seen quite a fair share of North Sea cloud this morning. But the UKV hasn't really picked out very well. Otherwise, clearing throughout the day. Further batches of North Sea cloud moves in throughout Thursday morning. That will clear as the day progresses. Could even linger in the Midlands though, but a bit clearer in the Northern England. As we go throughout the night of Friday, so Thursday night, sorry, should I say. Be a bit cloudier from the North Sea. Not too bad. Could see some sunny intervals at times. Along with some thundery showers in the far south as well. Clear spells elsewhere. With little to no precipitation other than an isolated thundery shower in the south eastern areas this time. That cloud will break up throughout the day on Friday. Then into Saturday morning, we've got further spells of cloud coming north this time actually. It's more of a northeasterly direction, depending where that high pressure hits. And you can see far north of Scotland we've got some more showers likely, but not, could be back persistent at times, but a bit cloudy there, a bit more drizzle likely. This is and throughout Saturday, not too bad actually. Some showers possible, but otherwise largely dry. On to Sunday, some patchy cloud likely in the morning from the Atlantic this time. Winds will change to northwesterly directions. Cloud is a bit patchier there. And as we go into the Monday, you can see some showers in Scotland, but again, still largely dry in the majority of England, other than obviously the odd isolated shower in Eastern Anglia there. And still some North Sea cloud possible as well. If we do have a look at the temperatures, we're going to get to 30 Celsius today. If we get to 30 Celsius today, this will be the 11th day seeing 30 Celsius, and that's will be a record actually. Never seen it that much along in the row. Otherwise, quite a fresh night tonight. If we have a look over to what's this, Friday, similar temperatures. Scotland mid locally high 20s, so 25, 26, 27 Celsius possible in some of them areas. Otherwise, obviously northeastern areas a bit cooler due to that offshore breeze. And then obviously Northern England, we are mid to high 20s, 27, 28 Celsius possible. And as we get to the rest of areas, high 20s and perhaps 30 Celsius. So we can see 29 or 30 Celsius possible in southern and central England. If you do have a look over to Friday, a bit cooler actually. If we have a look at the Friday, it might be the coolest of days throughout the week actually. North Sea, northeastern areas are majority cooler because we've got more moisture coming in from the North Sea. That could even get some drizzle and some showers possible off the North Sea. Obviously, that's where it is. Otherwise, western areas of Scotland are more likely to be a bit warmer. 23 Celsius still possible in southwestern Scotland. Northeastern England still in the teens. Further west, you're more likely to see mid-20s, and the highest in Northern England will be 24 to 25 Celsius. Rest of areas, we're just in the high 20s now, 28, 29. We could see a local 30 degrees, a little less likely though than recent days, but could still be quite hot actually, quite pleasant, but still quite above average. Looking over to Saturday, we're finally back into average conditions, maybe a bit above in some areas, if I'm being honest, but you can see Scotland back to the mid to high teens, maybe low 20s still, 22 Celsius still possible in Scotland. Northern England, high teens, low 20s, maybe mid 20s in some areas, still could see 24 Celsius. West of areas, mid 20s, so 25, 26, maybe an isolated 27 Celsius likely on Saturday, so much more seasonal and closer to long-term averages. As we head over to Sunday, well, we're back to average, aren't we? Still 23 Celsius is the highest we're going to get to Scotland, otherwise most likely going to be high 20s, high teens and low 20s. Actually not as cold in the North Sea this time, but still could be quite cool. So low to mid 20s in low 20s in Northern England. They will linger around mid 20s in the rest of areas. So 25, perhaps even 26 Celsius, so around average of that for the time of year. Perhaps a bit above, but you can see quite fresh nights coming as we get into that cooler northerly air. I'm going to go through all the runs now of the GFS. So you can see this is the midnight run, and we can see the high pressure is centred into the northeastern areas. That actually retreats a little, it buckles. We've got the Azores side to the west, but we've got like a northeasterly airflow according to the what's this called? The midnight run of the GFS. See the northeasterly one there, bringing some cooler conditions, but still a bit above average in some areas. As we go throughout the week, that high pressure is just lingering there. It's threatening to move, really, but I expect it to be a little bit further east than that, actually. But could still be a northeasterly airflow at times, but nowhere, it's not going to be unsettled yet. It's just going to be a little bit cooler than we've seen most recent. And as we get throughout to 25th of July, we are more in a northwesterly airflow. Because the low pressure systems could dominate. It could dominate. It's getting a little bit retreated though, a bit muted if I'm being honest. But could still, in this area, we could see perhaps some showers, long spells of rain possible, a bit cooler than I wouldn't say that actually. It could be still a bit warm actually. Southwesterly winds returns actually. We could actually got quite a nasty low pressure system there into the Atlantic. So we've still got some southerly airflows going on there. So it kind of depends where that Azores high goes and where that other high pressure goes. That's quite hot if that had to happen. So we'll have to see what happens there. But still going to be a bit of a change going on. The 6 SED. So here's a 6 SED this time. So GFS 6 SED. We've got high pressure to the northwest this time, which is the Azores high. The Azores high will linger for quite a long time, bringing widely settled conditions, but northeasterly airflow still coming moisture from the North Sea and a bit cooler on the coasts. As we go out in a couple of weeks' time, we do have more of a northwesterly airflow now. Winds in from the northwest, could be a bit showery there, a bit cooler maybe. But as we go throughout the run, high pressure wants to build back in, according to the GFS 6 Z run. The 12 Z run is quite different actually for the end of that. Again, high pressure centred there, it breaks, and we've got the Azores high coming in, bringing in northeasterly airflow. Not as stubborn as the other ones though, if you know what I mean. Could still be a bit above average. That then moves to the centre, could be quite warm actually, locally hot if that happened. But as we go in after the 25th, got a cut-off low there that moves up to the south, and that will obviously move up to the south, the north, and that could be a bit cooler as that goes along. And as we go into the end of this run, the 30th of July, we have a north-westerly airflow bringing unsettled conditions at times, especially the northwestern areas, with the Azores high building in there. Could be quite unsettled, a bit wet and windy there if that had to play out. And finally, the 18Z run. Oh god, that's different. A bit of disagreements going on there. Again, high pressure, it disintegrates. And then we've got the Azores high playing on and bringing a northeasterly airflow again. That gradually moves further as we go along. Again, widely bringing settled conditions. But as we go through 2 weeks' time, which is obviously quite unreliable, really, a northwesterly airflow could dominate. Long spells of rain and showers possible for next week. But there are signs of it maybe building up a ridge after, due to the Azores high, so we'll have to see what happens there. A bit of disagreement with the models there. If you do have a look at the ECM, you can see we've got the high pressure to the north. That's going to, we've got the, oops, let me just do that again. We've got the high pressure to the south, north. That disintegrates. But then we've got the Azores high building in. That's going to bring a northeasterly airflow once again. bringing cooler conditions in the coast and widely dry and settled conditions up to day 10 until the 25th of July. Then there's a change, and the final few days of July, really. More of a northwesterly airflow for this had to play out. Bit uncertain, really, about that, actually, but we'll have to see what happens there. Looking at the UK Met Euro one. Oops, that's not the right one. Looking at the UK Met Euro one, we've got, again, high pressure to the northeast, sorry. Then we've got the Azores high building in. Again, that's something a northeasterly airflow, not as strong as the other ones in the other models, and that's going to build up a ridge there. And a sign of that low pressure there to move in, probably going to retreat the high pressure, and a bit of more of an unsettled regime for the end of July, most likely, if that had to happen, of course. Bit of a disagreement with the models really there, with high pressure building in and it's not going anywhere really. There is standard pattern changes for the final 5 days of July. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next